Well, everything seems to be working.
Not from the computer shed.
Morning, everyone. Today we are going to start planting wheat finally. I'm coming out here to hook up to the drill or the tender. Then we'll go over and hook up our fill up the planter, and hopefully everything will go off without a hitch. Probably be a little bit of digging and stuff like that. Might be a little slow start, but hope to knock out some acres in the wheat today. Dad's going to switch back to soybeans, and yeah, hopefully everything goes off without a hitch. Just realized the last time I said everything goes off without a hitch, the hitch fell off the grain cart tractor, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of that. Well, we're about ready to start planting wheat. I was, after I got done filling the drill, I was putting some chain lube on all the chains and noticed got one of them, they're spring loaded, looks like a spring's broke, but I think we can field fix it for now. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be in the get my field drive. Because that goes in the planter now. Hey guys, I'm just getting started with the wheat planting. This is my first time trying to use the auto steer in this Challenger. Having a little bit of growing pains, so I am using the video I made to try to figure it out. I think once we get a couple lines set and use it a couple times, I think it should be okay, but right now I'm kind of lost. Alright guys, I'm finally making a way line, but I'm not mapping. So this is going to be a long process, I'm thinking. Well, I've got the Challenger steering me around the headlands of the field, so that's a plus. Still having some issues with the mapping part of it. It's supposed to start mapping as soon as I use my #1 hydraulic to put the implement down. I was not having any luck getting it to do that, so I had to put it to manual. The only problem is it's constantly mapping, even when I turn on the ends, so it's going to have my acres all screwed up. I'm sure it's something simple. I probably have a setting adjusted wrong or whatever, but until I can talk to somebody, that's just how it's going to have to be. The guy that I need to talk to is on an airplane right now, so he's supposed to give me a call at his earliest convenience, and hopefully we'll have that figured out today. Alright, we are got our AB line set. Everything's going pretty good. I still haven't figured out the mapping issue. I still haven't heard back from anybody yet. I'm pretty anxious to see what's causing that dilemma. But wheat drill seems to be working okay for now. Everything else is going pretty good. I would like to point out that this is pretty common, like when you switch brands of tractors. I've been running a Case tractor for 7 years until this year. I mean, I've ran my dad's Challenger a little bit, but I mean, it's completely different than this. So that's one big thing that makes it hard for people to want to change, is once they figure out an operating system and they get comfortable with it, they don't like change. So there is some growing pains with it, but the first time I ever ran a Case IH with a Pro 700 monitor in it, I was screaming, cussing, and I mean, this is the stuff that just drives you nuts, but I mean, after a couple of days, you figure it out pretty easy. I mean, you just got to take your time, try to be patient, and that's easier said than done. But I think it's going to go pretty smooth once I get a few questions answered. Overall, I'm still really liking the tractor. Coffee delivery! Everything seems to be working. Yeah, shoot, as soon as I say that, I start dragging up. See that? Typically, stuff like that happens with the wheat drill because well, there's one of two reasons that happen. Either I got a bearing going out, sometimes where the wheat drill is 7.5 inch spacing, so where it's that close, the smallest rock or stuff like that will often plug it up. It looks like that time, looks like one of the bean headers drug up, and whenever I drug through it, it got caught up in there. I don't think I got a bearing out, I hope not. Typically, you can back up and just kind of ease the planter down, roll forward, and it'll come out of there if it's not too bad in there. No such luck on this time. Hopefully there's nothing, hopefully there's just something stuck in a rock or something. Hope it's not a bearing out. Alright, back in business. Doesn't feel like there's a bearing out. Just have to keep an eye on it. Appears there was just a big pile of chaff, plugged it up. Well, I might have to go back to the house and get some seed. I only had 80 units of this, which is enough for one fill up on the planter. Should just barely fill this or plant this field, and the next field I got 50 acres, so I'll definitely need some more seed. Dad's having some technical difficulties with climate view. He's using my combine today because his was already set up for corn. So I'm gonna stop over there and try to fix his little debacle, and then hopefully he can get going back and forth. Yep. I had to go home and get seed. Definitely forgot my camera here. Vlogger foul. So I'm gonna fill up this thing. I got enough seed in there to plant about 60 acres. A 30-foot planter. I don't know. I have to see how far we get along. My goal is to at least get it filled up twice. By doing that, I'll have the drill empty, or the tender empty, and then tomorrow morning, before I come over here, I'll be able to fill it up and hopefully plant most of the day that way. Otherwise, I'll have to make 3 trips to get seed. All right, drill's filled up. Let's go put some wheat in the ground. Let's see how that works. Field, only about 450 acres left to go. Looks like the neighbor's corn did not fare so well. About ready to turn the lights on. I know in the camera it looks substantially lighter than it is. That's just how the lens on that camera is. It's starting to get hard to see, so I'm going to turn the lights on this thing for the first time. It's kind of an intimate moment. I'm a little excited. Probably too excited. They're bright. So this is my first like full day in this machine, really getting some actual hours in it. I think I've put 6 hours on it so far today of actually sitting in the seat, and I'm still learning a lot. One thing I keep finding myself doing, and I know I've talked about this before, this thing is extraordinarily quiet, and you're only using the amount of RPMs that you need just because of the fuel management system in it. And I keep pushing the stick forward while I'm planting because I don't feel like I'm going very fast. I mean, I typically plant between 5 and 5.8 miles an hour depending on the terrain and how the seed spacing and stuff is going. And if I'm not careful, I'm gonna look down and I'll be going way too fast because it's so quiet. You just don't feel like you're in the ride is so smooth. You don't really feel like you're going very fast at all. Which 5.8 miles an hour is not very fast, but as far as planting goes, it's fairly fast, especially without a high-speed planter. I said earlier that the camera that I use, like, it lets in a lot of light. Like, it still doesn't look very dark, but it's fairly dark outside. I'm gonna put over a GoPro image, like the GoPro's mounted on the front of the tractor right now. I'll show you what it looks like right now. Right now, you are looking at the GoPro footage, which is, it's darker than it actually is in the GoPro footage, but it's much closer than what the camera's showing. The main camera. Alright guys, this is the second field that I've used their, the Challenger's headland steering. They call it, what do they call it? I don't know what they call it. Every brand calls it something different. In Trimble, or in the Case IH, it was just called Field. Ag Leader, they call it Smart Path. I think they call this like Contour something or other. But I'm using it right now, and it appears to be steering pretty darn good. I mean, that line that you can see in front of me is from my marker, and you can see the hood ornament kind of sticking up right there, and it is right in the middle of it. If you get out and look, I mean, it's right where it needs to be. There's not much overlap. I am using WAS, so it's not going to be 100% accurate, or it's not going to be as accurate as RTK or anything, but I'm pretty impressed with the steering so far. Alright guys, for those of you who don't know, there are two Larrys. There is Larry and there's Larry 2.0. The original Larry is on the front of the tractor right now. A Larry 2.0 has issues. Like right now, he has been froze on that screen for quite a while. I'm surprised the battery's not dead. Every now and then he'll just take a spell where he doesn't work worth a crap. Usually it's whenever I'm got him somewhere where I want to get the shot. It doesn't work. That's why I hate GoPros. This is the same one from a few videos ago that was froze. Just this one. The other one works fine. I don't understand. This is a GoPro 7 too. They're supposed to be pretty good stuff. I don't know. I don't have good luck with it. Just realized I forgot I brought a tumbler full of coffee from the house when I got seed. I wonder what the odds of that still being warm are. Yep, we're out of seed again. It's time to go fill up the plant. Take 3. Alright guys, we ended up getting about 70 acres done tonight for the first day, and the first time using this tractor. I'll take it. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get a little higher acre count up there. I do have some exciting news. On Thursday, October the 25th, I'll be going with my father to a AGCO demo day for their Fendt Ideal Combine. I'll be able to run it for a few acres, and they're going to let me film and interview a few people, product specialists on it. So if you guys have any questions or any ideas you want me to ask or film while I'm up there, let me know. I've never done anything like this, so I'm open to suggestions. But thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow me on Instagram at Brian's Outdoor Videos, or like us on Facebook at Brown Farms, and we'll see you in the morning.